Welcome to the Nonno Giorgio and Rory Cooking Italian for Weight Loss channel. These are not your mother's Brussels sprouts. Try them, they're delicious. They're cheesy and they have a little spice on them. They're fantastic.
This is Rory and
Nonno Giorgio. Welcome back to the Nonno Giorgio and Rory Cooking Italian for Weight Loss channel. Today we're going to do Brussels sprouts. And before everybody out there goes, I don't like Brussels sprouts, they've become really popular at classy restaurants and bars because we're not boiling them anymore and making soggy messes that nobody likes. We're going to broil them with some cheese and a little olive oil and seasoning, and they're going to be crispy and wonderful. This is an easy recipe.
And I should say, it's not your mother's Brussels sprouts, because if you grew up like a lot of people, your mom probably boiled the heck out of every vegetable, and so you never liked it. But try these again. If you have a moral objection to cabbage, you won't like them, I guess. But they really turned out so good, and they're very satisfying.
Okay, so what we have is we've got a bag of Brussels sprouts. You can also buy them fresh. They come on a stalk that's a very thick stick with them sticking out, and you just cut them off and use them that way. We couldn't find that this time. Pepper, salt. We're going to put some hot pepper flakes. If you don't like it, don't put it on. And some garlic. If you don't like garlic, don't put it on. And olive oil. I've got a bucket, a little bowl here that I'm going to throw the outer skins into and any cut off pieces. So now let's start cleaning the Brussels sprouts.
All right.
Okay, we've prepped a bunch. We've got 3 left. We're going to show you. It's a very easy prep. This was a pound of Brussels sprouts. If you cut the little stem off, the outer leaves will come right off, and then cut from top to bottom the Brussels sprout in half and throw it in your colander. Cut the bottom stem off, pull off the leaves.
The outer leaves aren't always bad, but sometimes they're a little brown or a little wilted. So, just eyeball it and see how much you need to take off. You may not need to take off any.
And if you see one below the outer leaves that you don't like, take it off.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to wash these. So we rinse these off, and we're just going to dump them on some paper towel and pat dry them. Now remember, we talked about these cereal containers with a nice lid. If you don't have one, if you have a bowl with a lid, you can use that. Otherwise, use a bowl and put some saran wrap on it, but don't turn it upside down because you might lose everything. Alright, so we're going to take these.
These are really big ones too, and my personal idea is that the little ones are more flavorful, but you can't always pick, because sometimes you just have to get whatever they have at the grocery store.
So what I like about this is where I make sure everything gets mixed.
So we're using the cooking oil that we use for heating.
Little pepper. And when we shake this, a bit of salt. And when we shake this, we're going to put it, it's going to mix on everything. Some garlic. This is Nonno Giorgio and Rory. Everything's got to have some garlic. And we like a little bit of spice. Just a couple of red pepper flakes.
I'm the Latin one, but he's the one who really likes the spicy food, so.
Put the lid on and do a little dance. And now they're all coated. There's a little bit of mozzarella. That's going to make a nice melt.
And it gets all brown and crispy when you have it in the oven, so it's really good.
And then some of your favorite grated cheese. If you like a lot of cheese, put it in. If you don't like a lot, don't put it in. If you're vegan and you're worried you don't want to eat cheese, don't put it in.
Or use fake cheese. We're experimenting with fake cheese right now, and we've heard of some really good ones. So we're going to try those. And if we find something really good in the way of, vegan or vegetarian cheese, we'll let you know.
And you know what time it is? It's dance time! Da, 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 da. This really coats the cheese over everything. We've dumped out our Brussels sprouts. Look at all that wonderful cheese. Some will get stuck to the paper. And we're going to stick this top shelf with high broil. And I'm going to give it 3 minutes. They've been in for about 5 minutes. It depends on how high your shelf is, how hot your broiler is. But you can see they're starting to brown. And what I'm going to do is just try to give a little bit of a flip. You can see the cheese melted. It's the mozzarella. And then separate them. And put them back in. And maybe another 3 to 5 minutes depending on your oven. And then we'll come back and we'll plate and taste. Just look how crispy and cheesy they are. These are really delicious. They're out of the broiler. Pan's still very hot.
Lean it up a little bit so they can see how beautiful they look.
Now, we did 5 minutes, kind of flipped them or stirred them a little bit. It's hard to flip. And then we did another 5. And then we turned the broiler off and just left them in the oven for 5. But taste them. And when they get to the doneness for you, that's perfect.
These were pretty large, as I told you earlier and you saw. So they take a little bit longer. If you're doing little ones, they take less time, obviously. But you know what saved us again is the parchment paper, because you can see how sticky it is, and it's all covered with cheese and little burnt leaves, and we would have had to scrape all that off the cookie sheet if we hadn't used the parchment paper. So these smell so good. I can't wait to taste them.
Okay. And also based on your doneness that you like. If you don't like blackness at all, you're going to take them out a little earlier. If you do, you're going to take them out a little later. So.
Oh my goodness, I'm eating the cheese from the tray.
Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of extra cheese, just to coat them.
Can never have too much cheese, I guess, huh?
And we've plated them with little cherry tomatoes, and we're now going to give it a try. Very, very good. They're cheesy, they're crunchy, very tasty, and you know, they're not the old style Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
Try these, you're gonna like them.
I think you will.
For now, ciao and arrivederci. Don't forget to like the recipe if you like it or are going to try it. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell so you get notified whenever we put up new recipes. Bye!
See you later. Thanks.
We hope you have enjoyed our channel. If you have, please hit the subscribe button below and the bell next to it so you get notified of new videos when they come out.